Uber wants you to register your dash camera. Well, some people, that is. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the RideShare Guy. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of things regarding Uber is now trying to request drivers if they're using a dash camera or not and trying to get them to register it. So we're going to break down why they might be doing this. Have you gotten this notification from Uber themselves? And is this a good idea or not? So first off, Uber has been sending out some notifications to drivers across the country and asking them if they have a dash camera or not, and if they want to register their dash camera with Uber, and to give you a few reasons why you should. So we're going to talk about a couple of reasons why you should. But before we get to that, let's talk about one thing, and that is if you're a driver in the Uber Lyft world or in rideshare in general for some of the other companies, you should have a dash camera that is on and recording every time you're out on the road. It's there to protect you. It's even there to protect passengers. And it's going to show exactly what had happened in the event that there's something that went bad. Now, there's several dash cameras on the market, but there are a few that stand out, and that would be like the Vantrue N2 Pro, also the Vantrue N4, which is a 3-channel dash camera. So you're not only getting the forward-facing and interior-facing, but you're also getting a camera out the back. Then there's the Blue Sky C. There's a lot of different cameras out there, but the ones that you really want to focus on is something that's going to give you forward-facing and interior-facing, as well as audio. And with any audio or video recording that could be considered in a private setting like a vehicle, then you want to make sure you follow any state or local laws regarding audio and video recording, whether it's a one-party consent or a two-party consent, meaning all parties have to consent to being recorded. Now, there are things that you can do to kind of circumvent that, but you always want to make sure if you have any questions to contact a lawyer and get those questions answered. Something as simple as having a sticker on the windows or in the vehicle in very open spaces that says warning, audio and video recording in process or something like that, that can be sufficient enough. And so again, if you have any questions, just make sure you contact a lawyer and find out for sure. All right. So now Uber is sending out notifications to certain people about if they have dash cameras and to register their dash cameras. Then they're giving a couple of reasons why. Well, first off, they're saying that it's good to let the passenger know prior to them getting in the car that there is a dash camera in the car, and if they have any problem with it, that they can cancel the ride. Secondly, they're also saying that they can use the footage if it's registered. Now, there's a lot of debate whether Uber is actually going to look at any footage, and that is sometimes true and sometimes not true. Now, I've heard many stories from drivers saying that Uber did not look at their footage, and it could actually be something like a one-party or two-party consent issue when it comes down to it. Now, I live in a one-party state, so I am the only person that has to give permission in order to be recorded, both audio and video. So when I had an altercation that happened where somebody got in my face, Uber took the footage, no problem, but it might come down to a number of different things on if they're going to take the footage or not. So a registration of the footage could be a good thing if they're going to actually accept all footage that may come about. And both those reasons are really good reasons to register your dash camera or even just in general. So it's good to let passengers know that they're going to be recorded because it can actually be a deterrent where if they're going to try doing something stupid, they might not. And it's also going to protect you as a driver. So it's going to notify them. And like I said, if you don't register your dash camera, then just make sure you have the stickers in your car and let them know exactly what's going on. Also, I've never come across anybody who had any problem with the dash camera. In fact, most people are always like, wow, that's a really good idea. And it's great for your safety because even passengers know what can happen on the ride. And then also it would be really good to have because if you need to supply footage to Uber, that could just be a backup saying, yeah, they're going to actually look at the footage. Again, I think this is coming down, though, to something where it's a one-party versus two-party consent area. So if you got that notification from Uber on registering your dash camera, put where and what your market is, as well as are you a one-party or a two-party consent state. Now, one of the things that's interesting about this is Uber has kind of always tried doing something with dash cameras, at least over the last couple of years, when they had their partnership with Nauto. Now, that was where drivers could actually get a dash camera and the footage would be uploaded to the cloud. And if anything happened from that, Uber would be able to access that dash cam footage and see exactly what happened in the event there was something that happened to the ride. Now, it was going to cost drivers either $5 a month as a subscription, but some were reporting seeing $10 a month. And this was only available in a few markets. I haven't heard anything from that since, so I'm assuming that deal went south. And now they're looking at if drivers actually have dash cameras that bought them themselves and have them installed. And it does appear that Uber is looking at a partnership in the US as well with DisplayRide. Now, this is already a partnership in India, but it looks like it's coming to the US, and it's going to provide a two-way dash camera as well as being able to upload that footage to the cloud. And then in the event that something may happen, that Uber can actually use that footage. Now, also, what are your thoughts? Would you register your dash camera with Uber or not? And what are the reasons why you would or wouldn't? Make sure to comment below. And again, also make sure if you did get that notification from Uber, let us know what market you're in, as well as being a one or two party consent state. And unless proven otherwise, I think that this is something that might actually be because of one party or two party consent, whether it's a particular market or local area that may be requiring two party consent or an entire state. And again, that's why I want to know in the comments if you received that and what type of state you're in, whether it's a one-party or two-party consent state. All right, if you want Uber and Lyft to actually look at footage to make sure it can clear you from anything being a dash camera, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time new videos come out, whether it's news, what's going on with Uber or Lyft, or just different strategies on being a better rideshare driver. All right, everyone, drive safe.